all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Jar, the Bossman Show, joined by a friend of the show, Coach Casey Alexander of the Lipscomb Bison up there in Nashville. Coach, how you feeling up there at Lipscomb, man? Getting ready to go to New York up there, man, and play those Wichita State Shockers, man.
It's been good. Guys are having fun, excited about the trip ahead, opportunity that's in front of us. Nice to be playing this time of year.
You got that right, Coach, and I know how much you love this team that you have, man, getting coach these guys still into late March and into April now. So how did you keep your team focused, Coach, after not getting to this NCAA tournament, losing that tournament game at home there, keeping your guys focused on the task at hand in the NIT?
Well, I'd be lying if I said it was easy. We took a few days to lick our wounds, and, we had about a week before we even knew where we were playing, when we were playing, who we were playing, anything else. And so we actually needed that time. But, once we figured that out, and then especially once we got that first win over at Davidson, a really good team and a tough place to play, all the juices were flowing again and kind of back to business as usual now. Speaking
of that game, Casey, I mean, you were down the majority of that game, man. You was down, the crowd was going crazy, but then your guys in the second half, about 5 minutes to go, turned it all around, and you held and those guys shot well, 51%.
Yeah.
They made 11 threes, and you guys still got the job done at their place.
Yeah, it said a lot about our team, I thought. Just them being, hanging in there and staying with it and playing from behind really the whole game, but making some tough plays and finally giving ourselves a lead. And once we took the lead, we kept it, and guys made big plays down the stretch. And so, at that time we thought, man, that's a heck of a win. It's going to be hard to be better than that, but I think we've won up to a time or two since then.
You got there right, Coach, and I feel like in that Davidson game, you playing 9 guys tough, and they only playing 6 men. I feel like the war of attrition, they ran out of gas and helped you all as well. So they were still shooting well, playing well, but you all got the job done because you had more men to throw at them.
No, I agree with that completely. We like to play a defense. We were a real high tempo team, and so we know we're going to have a lot of possessions in the game. And I just don't like having guys out there playing tired, and for them to play as hard as we play on both ends of the floor. I mean, a lot of everybody plays hard defensively, but we play pretty hard offensively with pace. And so I like to keep guys fresh and give other guys opportunities. And I do think that was the difference in that game.
Now, look at the Greensboro game. I feel like that game was a big game for you guys because they were supposedly was the first team out for the committee, and I feel like y'all should have got in. My personal opinion, y'all should have got in the tournament, my personal opinion. But I know probably the guys felt the same way, too. Like, hey, we should have been there. They should, I know we didn't get in, but we can show these people we're listen, we have a lot going for ourselves here. And you went there at the Greensboro Coliseum, played really well, excellent ball movement, held them guys on the 40% shooting, and it was close for a while. Then you blow it open there, kind of close to that victory as well.
Yeah, it was a different kind of game. We traded baskets for the first 6 or 8 minutes, and then took the lead. I think we were up 8 or 9 at halftime, and then then I looked up with 8 or 9 minutes to go, and we were up 27. And so that was just kind of a really good last 30 minutes. Guys played really hard, played really well on both ends of the floor, and we didn't do anything spectacular, but it was just incrementally, extending the lead, and then then it was over. So it was nice. I mean, that team is really good. As you mentioned, they were the first team out of the brackets. They were the number 1 overall seed in NIT, and that crowd was good too. So it was nice to go in there and get that one as well.
I know they have a player of the year in SoCon as well. Westmore does a great job, and when I saw the score, I was like, wow, because I know Greensboro is very good. Their problem comes with Wofford, and you guys were putting a whooping on them. I'm like, man, Casey's team is playing well.
Yeah, we did. We scored 4 points. We only scored 4 points in the last 8 minutes of the game, and still won by 18. So it was a good day.
Yes, indeed. And then you go back to Carolina again, to Runnels Coliseum on NC State's campus, a very historic place to play ball at. First of all, how was that environment in Runnels? First of all, I know it's been around for many years, and that place has so many great games. How was it just playing that place against that team?
Literally could not have been any better environment. I was coaching a team that played at Kansas, and that was pretty special, and obviously more people. But the crowd that we had at NC State, I mean, from the national anthem until the final buzzer, they were very loud. It was completely full. Students were great. You could sense their great tradition and what basketball means to that fan base. And so it was a true road game, which is kind of my favorite part of being able to win the game. I mean, obviously the stakes were high, and we're playing for a chance to go to New York City and Madison Square Garden, but to go on the road in the ACC in a really tough environment and go toe to toe and win the game says a lot about our team, I think.
Now, Casey, on the play with Kenny, did you just want to call a timeout on that play? You was going to let him go no matter what and let him make a play there?
No, we weren't going to call a timeout at all. We had just had a timeout when we took the lead. And so in that timeout, we talked about every scenario. Obviously, if we held them, then then they would have to foul us. So that part was easy. But and then what we choose to do just depends on if they score. What we do depends on how much time is left on the clock. If there's 3.0 or more, we're going to do this. If there's 2.9 or less, we're going to do this. And so we just want to get the ball in and race down the floor. And, try to have as quick of a transition as we can. And we weren't able to do that necessarily, but. I think there's more. I think it's better for the offense, when you make the defense, get back in transition and play on their heels, and they don't have time to communicate, and you think you got a better chance to score. Conventional wisdom says, hey, call timeout, make sure your guys know what they're doing, but our guys knew what we were doing. We just had timeout. And so I don't want the defense to have the chance to set up and talk about it and how they're going to defend and who's going to guard who and everything else. So that's what we choose to do.
Now, Casey, on that play, as you watch, you can see they were confused a little bit whether to come to him or not or stay with the shooter. So your theory works out because you see it right there as you watch that watch the replay. They were confused a little bit there.
Yeah. Well, it's natural. It's real natural for everybody in that moment to celebrate for a second or two. You know, I mean, even if the guys are locked in, it's still going to take them a chance, a second to find their man and realize, oh my gosh, you know, they're playing. They didn't call timeout. We got to get back. And so, you know, I'm not going to pretend we got a great shot, but you know, in that circumstance, we got a pretty good shot.
Hey, as long as it goes in, it's a great shot.
No doubt. No, the result was great.
Yes, indeed. Now Garrison also, he set a record for you guys at Lipscomb, scoring 44 points, and since you're being D1, he hitting and going in that hostile environment, giving you all those points, man. You had to love seeing that from your leader, Garrison, there.
Yeah, pretty impressive. You know, a guy that's literally playing to save, you know, to keep his career going, and in that kind of moment to, you know, go in there, and he set a record there too. That's the most points by an opponent in Reynolds Coliseum, and so there's been a lot of good players come through there, and kind of a magical night for him. You know, but nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, I mean, he a lot of points, but he just did it the way he does it, and he did it from start to finish. And you know, that's how you rack him up, I guess.
Now, Coach, I'm pretty sure you've racked up so many bus miles going I-40 East North Carolina. You're glad to get on a plane to go to New York now, aren't you?
Yeah. You know what? NCAA's been good to us, though. We've flown everywhere. So.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, they've been all flights, and we've had 2 or 3 charter flights, and so they've made it nice for us. But we're excited about where we're headed.
Now, Coach, I know you have this stat. You have your 14 now true road wins, the most in the nation now.
Yeah, that's it's pretty crazy. You know, and then you think about we played all of our tournament games at home. We didn't play any road games in the tournament, so. To be sitting here right now and to be able to say that is, I think it's a good sign of kind of what kind of team we have. You know, a lot of veterans, a lot of guys that have played in a lot of games that aren't going to get too worked up. You know, considering whether home or road or whatever. But you know, the irony for me in this week is this game on Tuesday in New York will be our first neutral site game of the season. So we haven't had a neutral site game yet.
Wow, that's very interesting fun fact there. That game 35 or 6 for you. First neutral game of the year. Wow, the most of your teams play in one of those holiday tournaments that are exempt or something. You know,
or conference tournament. Postseason conference tournaments are usually neutral sites. So it'll be unusual.
Now, speaking of that matchup with Wichita State, you know, Coach Graham Marshall does a great job getting his team prepared. They always play hard. So, what you see for them guys on the film and how you guys can cause trouble with your ball movement and your energy exuding both ends of the floor there, defensively and offensively there?
Yeah, the styles will be different. We are very, you know, well aware of, you know, kind of what makes them tick, and got great respect for how they play, their toughness, their physicalness, good defensively, and so it'll take a real, you know, locked in, focused effort, you know, to have a chance to win the game. But we like our team as well. We think that, you know, if we go in there with the right kind of mentality and play to win from start to finish, then we'll be in position to do so.
Now, Coach, the NIT has experimental rules right now that they're working with. I want to ask you, do you think these rules will stick after they review how it went this NIT season? And do you like them yourself? Do you want any of them to stick, actually?
I don't mind any of them. The thing that would worry me the most, we're so post-oriented, you know, even though Garrison's our leading scorer, we play through the post more than most teams do. And so I don't like the wide lane. You know, the wide lane is there to, you know, create spacing and open up the paint and make it, you know, a little more free-flowing. But I like to feed the post. And so I don't particularly like that one, but that's just because of our style. But, you know, I honestly haven't really noticed much difference. I mean, I think in the 3 games combined, I think we're 50% or better from three-point line, maybe. So then moving the three-point line back hadn't bothered you. And Rob Marbury's had good moments, and so the wide lane hasn't bothered him. And you know, the foul thing I like. That's probably the one I like the most, and would like to see change the most is resetting the fouls. Like they're doing, they reset them at the 10-minute mark. So I'd like to see some version of that, whether it's going to what the women do, where you play quarters or whatever. I like that change.
I love quarters. I feel like the quarters would be great for you guys. Kind of the NBA rule with the 5 team fouls, the bonus. The 1-1 to me kind of is passe. We need to sync it up at all levels. Even high school, to me, high school needs a shot clock to me, Coach, if you ask me.
No
so
doubt.
every level, we need a shot clock in quarters and 30-second clock or 24, however you decide to do it. But we have it synced up from youth on up to the pros and into FIBA.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that would be, just having a universal game. It's the way they play it everywhere else. College basketball is the only one that doesn't have the quarter system. And so I think that would be a good change. And I do think it'll happen at some point in time. I'm not even sure if this is a year for rules changes or if that's next year, but I think it'll happen at some point in time.
That's where I go for you, Coach. Last night at the Hawks game, Coach, I was rocking my Lipscomb Bison hat and my T-shirt, and they gave me heck for it. I said, look, my mom went to Lipscomb. Y'all got to be quiet here. They're going for – I'm cheering for Lipscomb. I'm a Lipscomb Bison today.
There you go.
So I was – last night at the Hawks game, I had on my Lipscomb hat, my Lipscomb shirt, showing my purple and gold pride for you guys, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we got plenty of room for anybody else who wants to come along. We'll take them.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach, best luck to you on Tuesday night up there against Wichita State. Hope to talk to you after you guys win that title, man.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
All right, folks.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.